How do you motivate yourself to exercise? Did you set a New Year's resolution last year to maybe exercise and get fit, and then find that kind of mid to end of January you'd fallen off the bandwagon because you just lost your motivation? January is that time of year where we're all setting goals, we're thinking about what we want to achieve for the year, and January is Lead a Balanced Life month, which we all need a little bit of after the excesses of Christmas. So we spoke to our instructors and asked them how they lead a balanced life and how they motivate themselves to exercise and keep fit. And we want to share those tips with you. So, tip number 1, get a workout buddy. No one's going to stand up their best mate, right? So if you know you've got someone coming with you to do your workout with you, you're much more likely to stay on track. It gives you accountability. The other thing about working out with a friend or in a group of friends even is that it gives you that social interaction. So that really boosts the whole well-being that you get from your exercise, which is much more likely to keep you going back and keep you motivated. Number 2, variety is the spice of life. We hear that all the time, and it is absolutely true with exercise. Our bodies are incredible at adapting and getting used to what we do, and that's included with the good things we do. So even when we are exercising and thinking we're doing good, if we do the same thing over and over and over again, our bodies are going to get used to it and they're going to plateau. And you're going to stop seeing those improvements that you want to see. And that's going to get you a little bit disillusioned with what you're doing, and you're much more likely to lose motivation. So what should you include? And really, it can be up to you. Exercise can be so many different things. It doesn't have to be pounding out the miles on a treadmill in a gym with no windows. You need to include some cardio. So you want to be able to get your heart rate up, get you feeling like your heart is beating, get your breathing rate up so that you're at the point where you're able to kind of keep a conversation, but you're feeling your heart, you're feeling your breathing. The recommended amount of that kind of exercise is that you do 150 minutes per week. Ideally at least 3 days in the week. And this really keeps the health of your heart and lungs. Secondly, strength training. And now often people are a little bit fearful of this because they think of lifting heavy weights in the gym. And weightlifting is fantastic for all groups. But sometimes that is a little bit scary to start off with if you're not used to it. So there's different ways you can do strength training. But ideally, we want to be working against some kind of resistance, against some load. And if you're unsure about this, find someone who perhaps does do some weightlifting to do it with you so that you're doing it with a friend as well. Or ask the advice of a trainer in the gym. Perhaps seek the advice of a strength and conditioning coach who can show you how to safely and effectively do those moves and what things are going to be best for your body. So next is the flexibility and stability, and that's what we spend quite a lot of time talking about in Pilates. It's the kind of thing that comes to mind when you think about Pilates. We want to make sure that our bodies are able to move with ease and effectively. So we're really looking at slowing things down, looking at the quality of the movement. Have you got the flexibility you need? Have you got the control and stability in your body to look after your joints and remain injury-free? So those things might be Pilates, it might be yoga, it might be Tai Chi. It could be different things, but finding a way of getting that control in your body and really being able to get into your body and have the mindfulness side of exercise to get the quality of movement. Then there's kind of the more dynamic movement, maybe adding in some impact. And again, this doesn't have to be running, but running is great. Multi-directional movements are also really good. So that might be a racket sport, tennis, squash, badminton. It might be a team sport, football, hockey, netball, or it might be that you go dancing. But you're challenging your body in different directions and adding some impact, adding some loading for your bones to really help maintain your bone density and your bone health. Overall, exercise has to be fun. So if it's not fun, you're not going to do it, you're going to lose motivation. So make sure whatever you choose, it's good fun and you give yourself variety so it stays good fun. So number 3, be prepared. We always have a myriad of excuses as to why we can't do it, right? So if you're prepared, you've planned out your week, you know what day you're exercising, your partner knows what day you're exercising, it's in your diary, so you can't physically put any other social engagements or work engagements in your diary at that time. you've got your kit ready, you've got your bag packed, you've got your water bottle. This is going to give you the routine that you need and the preparation that you need to just make it easy, make it simple. It's going to keep you motivated. So number 4, reflect on how you feel afterwards. Now that might sound a little bit odd, but there's so much research showing that exercise makes us feel better. It makes us feel good. It enables us to remain more focused in the day, have more energy, and be able to maybe problem solve better as well. So try and think about that and reflect on it and recognize it in yourself. A really good way of doing this is to write it down. Keep it in your diary, keep a little journal. Some people don't like writing things down, so you might have a different way of doing it. It may be that you're just in the shower afterwards and you think about it and recognize it. The more you see that it's doing you good, the more likely you are to keep motivated. So we're on number 5. This is surround yourself with motivated people. If we are socializing with people who are positive and happy and motivated, that is going to make us feel better. It's going to make us more likely to stay motivated ourselves and stay on track with those goals that we set at the beginning of the year. If you are on social media and you're finding that maybe there's some people that you follow that you are comparing and contrasting with, and that perhaps has a slightly negative effect on you, even if you think, these are people in the fitness industry and they should be making you feel good, sometimes it doesn't work like that. If you notice that in yourself, unfollow those people. Make sure that what you're seeing on a regular basis is what's going to make you feel good and make you feel motivated. This can also be in the form of quotes, and I know we see quotes all over the place at the moment, but they can be really useful. And there might be some little quotes or some little things that really get to you and make you feel positive and motivated and more likely to jump out of bed and go and do your exercise program. If that's the case, maybe have it on your phone. Stick it on your bedside table, have it on your computer screen. Have stuff there that just reminds you and is constantly feeding into your brain to keep you motivated and keep you on track. So number 6 is eat well. We need to be including a really nice, varied, balanced diet to give ourselves the nutrition and the energy we need to be able to carry out not only our daily tasks, but our exercise as well. This needs to include plenty of fruit and vegetables and those macronutrients. So those are the large food groups, the protein, the carbohydrates, and the fats that you need in your diet every day. But think about your diet maybe over a week or a month. Don't want to start getting guilty about maybe one meal that isn't perfect or, a certain drink that you've had that isn't perfect. You've got to look at the bigger picture. And as long as overall you're getting a really good balance and you're not regularly eating processed foods high in sugar that are going to make you feel tired and more lethargic, then you're going to be onto a winner if you're feeding yourself well. You might find that you eat out a lot during the week. Maybe you have lunch out because you're at work in town, and maybe you don't have time in the evenings. You're rushed and you end up eating either processed food or takeaways or quick meals from the supermarket. And again, these aren't going to feed you with the nutrition you need to be able to stay motivated and stay on track. If that's you, maybe consider having a mail delivery meal box so that you can make it really easy to be cooking well-balanced meals that someone else has planned out for you. You haven't had to think about it, but you can cook from scratch quickly and easily and know that you're feeding yourself well. So we're on the last tip, number 7, and it's around sleep. Is your excuse that you are always too tired to exercise? And is that because you're not getting enough sleep? Research shows that if you regularly get 6 hours or less sleep, then you are at much higher risk of injury, motor skills are reduced, and your concentration is really affected. And this is definitely going to affect your ability to stay motivated to exercise. Our bodies need sleep for recovery. So how many hours a night do you think you're getting? Do you maybe need to look at your evening routine, your screen time before bedtime? Are there things that you could be doing that could give you a better night's sleep and make you more likely to want to get up and stick to your goals in the morning? So that's it. That's our 7 tips to help keep you motivated and on track with your goals. Remember, everybody's different. You've got to find something that works for you. If it's not a chore and it's fun, you're much more likely to stay on track. Make it fit with your life and your social life. find a workout buddy, find a group of people that want to exercise with you, and you're much more likely to stay motivated.